Okay, we're back. We finished Lemmings. Um, so I'm just gonna play some Mini Metro because Mini Metro is great, and everyone should play Mini Metro. So here we go. Some Mini Metro. Boom. Look at that Mini Metro. Here we go. Do I have it muted? Volume mixer. I have it very low. Let's turn its volume back up. You can hear the very mild tones. Maybe I'll turn the volume up slightly on that. How's that audio balance? This is just like menu. There's not a lot of music. There's some little sound effects. These are the... Maybe I'll even turn it up just a tiny bit higher. Like, oops, like 12%. So these are the different cities I can play in, and I am designing their subway systems, is how this game works. And by designing, I mean, like, trying to keep up with. Anybody have any particular place? Let's do Stockholm. Apparently I have a good score in Stockholm. So the way this works is that there are these stations, and you can connect them with metro lines. And when there are metro lines, things... Oh, I should probably move away from the clock so you guys can see that important piece of UI. Okay. So as these are the different stations, these are the passengers that pop up at these stations, and the shape of them indicates where they would like to go. I'm going to put this on fast speed for when I'm starting. So you gotta keep all of the stations connected to each other. And this is all procedural, so the places where the stations are appearing and which ones are appearing is randomized, so I can't know what it's going to be. And I have a limited number of bridges. In this case, I have 2 bridges left that I'm not using. So in that case, I might actually make this a circle. 3 circles in a row is going to be tough here. And so my little carts can hold up to 6 passengers at a time. That's different from level to level. Some levels, like Cairo, they only hold 4. And your goal is to, if there's too many people at a station, it will overcrowd, and you will die. So that's how you lose the game. Tunnels for now. I guess they're tunnels in this level. Some level they're tunnels, some level they're bridges. In this one they're tunnels. Oh, interesting. I wonder. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, you don't want to let any particular level over, or any particular station get too crowded, or else people will not come there. Or rather, the game will end. What am I talking about? I'm not actually paying attention. Maybe if I do like so. Boom. Alright, and let's do that. And yeah, so you get, the number of lines you have is down here. Every week you get a reward. You get 1 locomotive, and then you get 1 randomized reward, which, so some things that can come up are more tunnels, more lines. So here's my set locomotive, and now I can choose. There's always 2 options, and you always get a choice. So I can either add a carriage to one of my trains, or I can get a different line. I think I'm going to add a carriage, because I suspect that this blue one is going to need some extra helping. So the problem I have here is there are... Maybe I can not do that one. When you have a bunch of the same type of station in a row, then if your carriage is full, you'll just skip right through it if you don't have anybody to drop off there. And if it's the same type over and over, you're more likely to not have anybody to drop off. So you kind of got to balance well, like the diversity of shapes in the order on your thing and how big your carriage sizes are, where you're concentrating your locomotives, things like that. I usually like to make circles if possible. Shit, do I not have the ability to do that? I do not. I don't have enough tunnels to do that, so I will connect it here. I like to have circles with one train going in each direction when it's possible, and I like to ideally vary up the types. This is good because then it goes like from a circle to a triangle to a circle. So that at least gives me an opportunity to pick up triangles here, drop them off here, and then have more room again when I get to the next circle. Let's go with more tunnels so that I can do that. So the circles are the most common of the... Yeah, exactly. That's what's nice about it. There's a lot of complexity of strategy, while the mechanics themselves are very simple. Ah, fuck. Now I've lost. Alright, let's do this. And then here so that it's connected to something. There's a lot of complex strategy for very simple mechanics, which is really cool. Yeah, so the most common type of station is, I think I'm going to need some more of these, is circles. The second most common type is triangles. And the third most common type is square. And then after that, there are a set of unique stations. So anything that's not a circle, triangle, or square is a unique station, and it's the only one of its shape on the board. Ooh, an interchange. Interchanges are rare. They make it so that the maximum capacity of a station is higher. I will grab that because those don't normally come up. I think I'm going to make this the interchange because there's going to be a lot of folks waiting at that one since that's where the two lines come together. I think you can also have no more than 4 locomotives on any given stretch here. Oof, I'd ideally like to do that, but is that going to be too weird? And the visuals in this, like the visual cueing, is very, very slick. So like you can tell when something is overloaded by it starts getting this little timer going on it. And if that timer gets all the way around in a circle, then we lose. But let's see if I can do like that. That maybe is a little better. So, like, for instance, I'm about to lose because this one's about... Well, I don't know if I can do both of these. I can, like, take a thing off and try and get it onto the correct one, but it has to get to its next station and unload all its passengers before it can flip over. So that was not very good, but I'll try again. I should have slowed down the pace when I started getting more advanced. That's often a thing I forget to do. And the sounds are just super relaxing and like low key, low stress. It's nice. And so different levels have like different river configurations. They'll have different capacities for their for the little carts. Some of them Like the Osaka one has a Shinkansen, a bullet train, which is you can get a special locomotive. You can either get 2 regular locomotives or 1 super fast locomotive, and it's like a big open space. Um, and it's so sometimes you want like a few faster lines. Let's do a 4th line this time. And so yeah, it's pretty neat, and it's visually like very clean and relaxed and just nice. It's a lot going for it. I mean, that's entirely fair, Jason. That's possible. So ideally you want to keep, if possible, you want to keep lines fairly short so that the little thing here can, you know, go over them, can get to each station like fairly frequently. This is interesting. This is not where I would have wanted the other square. Is there another connection spot I can do? Maybe there? Oh no, except now of course I need to do that thing. Let's do not that and just do that. Oh shit, except then these two aren't connected to each other anywhere. What if we do that, and that gives me the opportunity to do there at least. So as long as no one on this side wants to get to the star, we're fine. That's gonna happen eventually though, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. I need more tunnels. Dang it. Okay, can we just do that? And then that? You're killing me here. You're killing me. No, but then they don't have any... And I don't have 2 tunnels there, do I? And they don't have any squares on this bottom part, which is a problem. No, I need more tunnels, not interchanges. If I had 1 more tunnel, I could connect this end here. And that would at least help a little. I mean, I can connect this here, so that at least gives access to those, but like that doesn't change anything because neither of them connect to this one. Yikes, that's a lot of triangles down here. Yeah, bridges are tough. The New York one is interesting because there's like a big landmass in the center and then like 2 rivers and then, you know, New Jersey and whatnot on the other sides. So, no, tunnels! Tunnels is what I need! Sometimes you get a little screwed by the randomization, which kind of sucks, but... So far I'm doing surprisingly well, considering that I have like a completely disconnected unique station well, I've disconnected unique stations on both sides, and this one doesn't have any squares. Make that an interchange, even though that's only forestalling the problem. Yeah, the green line is super fucked if I don't get any bridges. I guess I could try... What if I did, like... that? I mean, that fucks these guys here, but... maybe for just a little bit. This, and then I go here. Super cheap. Hey, tunnels. Fantastic. I think it's too late to save me, though. Nope. Shit, come on, this one. Well, I maybe survived that. Okay. That's okay, Pummel Horse. And different levels actually use different colors. There might be a colorblind mode. I haven't actually checked. That would be a good thing to know. Okay, let's do something like that. Why not? I'm making a metro system. It's not confusing at all. What are you talking about? It's actually going surprisingly well considering how, like, poorly I did while I was waiting for those last couple tunnels. I mean, color blindness is fairly common, and is definitely a good thing to take into consideration as a dev. Yeah, once I have some more tunnels. Okay, so let's go boop. Now that has a connection to green. And what I could do is like that. And now those have some unique stations. Perfect. There's a lot of circles here, which is not comfortable for me because we're gonna have some trouble. I'm gonna maybe preemptively put another guy there. Oh, nope. I'm actually gonna put it here, it turns out. Maybe I should, well, maybe I should do like this, and then I can get rid of those stations from this line, and it can be a bit more compact. Seems like that might be okay. This end station is probably gonna have problems, but I know that, yeah, it's really annoying when it just gives you a fuck ton of circles next to each other and it's like, well, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do about that. Yeah. Yeah, I will petition the city council. I will send them an angry letter. It's true. Like that, for instance. Alright, once you drop off those guys, come back here and do this, please. Okay. Carriage.
Is that circle's problem? Is that analogous to the Microsoft graphic that we have?
I don't know. I mean, the biggest problem is that, I don't know. It basically just means that, like, there's the same type of station in a row, so I'm not getting anything useful from... What? Why did that happen? Yeah, no. I'm not gonna last much longer, I think. And then this one's gonna fill up, so this one's not gonna get anything. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Oh, whew. Except that he's just gonna get here and not be able to do much. Well, he can drop off some triangles, I guess. Luckily, the circles stop growing when there is a train actively at the station to give it time to actually like unload passengers and stuff. And see, now this one's just going to bypass all these circles because he doesn't have any circle passengers to drop off. And so these stations are kind of fucked. Actually, let's do this instead. It's at least a little bit better layout. See, even a 3-carriage guy is not going to be able to do anything there. Surprising. I'm surprised that only the red line has had severe problems yet. Yeah, it's not gonna work. get to it in time? It becomes tough to keep track of everything that's going on as you go. I have a station here that's going to be a problem, but I'm not sure there's anything I can do about it. I don't really have much left I can put there. Oh, there's already a guy. Never mind. Let's get some more carriages. I hate it when it looks twisted up like that. It's like I have some small aesthetic issues. Is this one gonna be okay? Not really. There we go. I think this is actually my new high score at the moment. Look at this guy with all his squares. No, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Fuck. Ah, I didn't even see that green one. 1,900 passengers, though. New record. Alright, let's try a different map. We'll do one more, and then I should go. Because we got podcast recording today. Montreal, San Francisco, Seoul. Cairo is fucking hard. Cairo has 4 passenger trains, and it's got this big river with these islands in the middle, and it's just real hard. And the stations grow really fast. Do Mumbai? I haven't done Mumbai in a while. Let's try Mumbai. This is the one of the ones where we have bridges instead of tunnels. And we have pink, orange, and teal instead of red, blue, green is our 3 defaults. Yeah, maybe I'll save my other lines. Do 2 circles in a row. Yeah, we were on Stockholm. Hey, it looks like a little bird with a little hat. Oh shit, this is also a 4-person cart scenario here. Notice that my little train cars are only picking up 4 little symbols instead of picking up 6. That's confusing as fuck. But they give me a lot of extra carriages so that things are not super terrible. Okay, well, do I want to do this? Let's do here, and then something like that. Boom. And boom here. Why not? Ideally, if you have unique stations, you want multiple, you want multiple lines connecting to them, of course, because if you don't do that, then the only way for them to get, the only way for passengers to get to that station is on the one line, which means you're going to have a lot of crowding on your crossover stations, on your interchanges. Fuck. This is not a great sign for this side of the bay here. Nope, that was not what I meant to do. To put it on you. There we go. I should also slow down to normal pace. One bridge left. Maybe I'll get a second line. Ideally, I should probably have one line just on this side, but it's not going to make a difference unless I have some triangles and squares here. Instead, I get another circle. Sometimes circles can turn into unique shapes, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, this is not an ideal scenario for sure. No, I don't need a... What am I doing? I don't need a fourth one there. Let's just put it on this guy. If I had one line whose whole job was to just ferry to here, I could maybe make this a closed thing, and then that could be like an interchange. Finally, Jesus. In fact, what if I just... that. And then if I put some guys on this purple one, he can pick up all the squares. And he'll just be a really short line where all he pretty much does is like pick up some squares and take them back and forth. We'll see if that works. That might not be plausible. On that one. Cabbages, sure. This is not terrible so far. It's not great, but it's not terrible. This is like the game I play when I need calming, like when I want to do something that's just like mentally soothing. I just play some mini Metro. Because it's like, it requires focus, and there's like some stress element to like as the game ramps up, but just the aesthetics of it are just so calm and collected and nice. Had to be a circle, didn't it? Do this as a circle line. Not sure if that's actually good for us or not. It does mean we can put folks going in 2 different directions if this train will start again. And you don't want, ideally you also don't want these lines to cross at places that aren't stations, because if the train has to cross another line, it will slow down as it crosses it. So there's a little bit of like visual spacing stuff going on as well. Could probably use another line on this side, but I don't know. No, I'm just going to go with more carriages because I think that's going to be my bigger sticking point here. So far, the pink ones are not at capacity, not like past capacity, but they're pretty close to capacity. No, why didn't you put that square on this side? This side of the bank is where the square needs to be. Where's the teardrop one? Oh, it's on the pink line. Okay. Does pink line need another one? I really need an interchange for this station. All the circles are over here and all the triangles are over here. That's not a good city planning thing going on. I really need to send... Sometimes you gotta get to like... I always think of these things as like landmarks, like, you know, this is the museum and this is like the hospital, and sometimes you just gotta go to those places. It's the only one. This is like the theater. I guess probably the cross should be the hospital. You're kidding me. Another square here? What the heck? I guess let's do another line. We could do a line here. And then the pink could be a little shorter. Then, like, for instance, we don't have to do that one. This one. Nice. We just really need a square on this side of the bank. I mean, I guess this guy's doing okay, this purple line. It's not the worst. these two as well. I hope the little pink line can handle that, the like peach line. I might have to put one of the pink line. What the? Oh no! It crashed! No, it didn't crash. It was just... It's crashing. Something feels like it crashed. Did you guys get some big hitches there in my... oh no, get to the station, get to the station! Oh! Just barely missed it. Dang it. Alright, well... Anyway, that's Mini Metro. Highly recommended. It's a fun little game. I think it's probably fairly cheap. It's available for mobile. I think it's probably a good, like, you know, I'm on the bus and need something to play sort of game. So, yeah. We also did a podcast on this game at one point, if you want to go listen to our podcast. So, do that. Speaking of podcasts, we're recording about the Beginner's Guide today. So look for that tonight. We'll talk about the Beginner's Guide. And then, you know, the usual things. There's no Mostly Walking for a while because Sean Plott is on various events and things. But I believe we are still doing play-by-play on Tuesday this week. Seanbo just finished Tacoma, so we'll see what he plays next. Is everybody going to cry about what one? The fact that there's no Mostly Walking? I mean, I'm crying. If you want to know when I'm streaming, then follow me at Kyla_go on Twitter. And I mean, I don't think Beginner's Guide really has crying type. Like, it made me emotional, but crying, like, sad was not the emotion. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. I just noticed that it's actually picking up, the O is a little station, and there's actually picking up some passengers. That's adorable. Yeah, no, pick up those triangles. Are you not going to pick up the triangles? Somebody needs to pick up those triangles. There you go. Sorry, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. I'm just looking at the Mini Metro I still have open. The O in the Mini Metro part here is a station, and see the cars are coming to it and picking up little dudes. All right. Well, I stand waiting to be corrected about whether or not Beginner's Guide makes you cry. I wonder if this is an animation or if this is actually procedurally, like, just getting little... Because it seems like the things that appear here are pretty random. Sorry, I'm easily distracted. I'm at Kyla_go on Twitter. Something else I was going to say that people should look out for or follow. Don't know what Shambo's playing. Just finished Tacoma. Well, so be it. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say is I don't know what I'm going to play next week. Because we're done with Lemmings, so I could try and find like a different version of Lemmings. My understanding is it's been remade like a bunch of times, but probably what I'll do instead is just start like Star Fox 64 or Mega Man 2 or something like that. Probably Star Fox 64. Give it a like 60% chance of Star Fox next week. So yeah. Thanks for joining me, folks. Been good having you, and I will see y'all around. Toodles. Phew.